Hi guys, welcome back to August Love Story, the channel. My name is Artieka.
And I'm Tommy.
And today we are reviewing Married at First Sight, Season 16, Episode 1.
Yep.
That episode is titled, Marry Me in Tennessee.
That's a nice little hashtag.
What, Marry Me in Tennessee?
Yeah, I like that.
If you guys haven't already, please take a minute to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. Marry Me in Tennessee is probably a hashtag that people use for bachelorette parties because apparently Nashville is like the bachelorette party capital now.
Oh, yeah.
Which is funny because all of my friends that got married in Tennessee, none of them had bachelorette parties in Nashville.
Yeah.
But remember I did that destination wedding back in 2019?
Yeah.
My bride did her bachelorette party in Nashville. When she said we're going to Nashville, I was like, why?
Yeah, it's weird because it's like, I love Nashville. It's a beautiful city. And a lot of my friends live there.
Agreed.
But it's just Nashville.
Right. And so when she was saying that they were going, she was telling me about all this stuff. I was like, yeah, I've done all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we've been out dancing on the bar, downtown at, what's the name of the place? Coyote Ugly. We've been on 2nd Avenue. Like, we've done all these things, but like, it wasn't for a bachelorette party. It was just because it was Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anywho,
you know, though.
What?
The places.
I mean,
I couldn't tell you where I've been. Outside of I went to the Titans game.
I've been to a Titans game. It's been a minute since I have done Nashville in that way.
Yeah.
I can't say it's been a long time since we've been in Nashville because we were just in Nashville like 2 months ago. But yeah. So I guess the order in which I wrote these couples down, or actually let's go with the order since you missed some couples. You tell me who you got and we'll start there.
I got Kirsten and Shaquille.
Let's start with them.
All right.
So I forgot to write down what Shaquille's little tagline was.
Oh, I never saw it.
Kirsten's was Miss Great Expectations. Oh no, his is Devout Workaholic. So Shaquille is 31 and Kirsten is 32. She basically just says she's been picky her entire life. She gives me Stasha vibes.
I didn't get that.
Well, I mean I got my whole life together.
Yeah.
I just need a man for everything that I pictured. Like, put the man right here.
Yeah.
Give me the baby or babies, and I'm cool.
The thing that stood out the most with Kirsten telling her family to me was how emotional everybody was. Mm-hmm. Like, especially her mom. Her mom was like super emotional. I didn't understand that.
Yeah, like, I'm a crier, right?
Yeah.
There was no crying when anybody found out that we were getting married, or even on our I almost cried with the letter you wrote me on our wedding day. But I was like, I felt like what's the movie, The Wood? I'm not crying. I spent too much time on this makeup. But I don't know.
I just feel like, it's a time to be happy for a person. Oh, you got chosen to be married to a person, a stranger. But I don't know, just crying about it just seems a little bit extreme for me on that one. Another thing that stood out was I wrote in my notes that she basically had a list that was an avatar. Like she basically created a player with all these things that she wanted.
He must have. He must be educated. He must. What did she say?
I don't remember what she said, man.
I remember education was on there because she was like, I have 2 degrees. And then he was like, I'm working on my doctorate.
Educated, works out, tall.
I don't know if he
I don't know how tall he is, but
like he looks average height, but he's not.
Not my average height.
Okay, because average is average, and whatever you be talking about is whatever you be talking
what Kev
about.
On stage say, well, somebody had to be on the other side for it to be an average.
You are on the other side.
I guess I'm on the other side, man. But no, I just feel like like the expectations be way too high for Married at First Sight for me.
I just feel like, and it's not to say that you can't have an opinion because you're doing Married at First Sight, but I be feeling like they be like picky.
Like I don't know. I think with her, like once she actually sees him and like gets into like, okay, we're here. I think she'll be able to reel it in a little bit. Hopefully, just because
this is another. I don't know how I feel about bald man.
Right,
flash to bald groom.
Mm-hmm. Like, because that was the first thing. She wants all these things, but what did they give her with this man?
Hair is one. Tall is relative, so that could be another.
Yeah. So I don't know. I liked her though. She seems cool.
Mm-hmm. Shaquille is a devout workaholic. His friends seem to be very confused by him getting married. He's also not a native to Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
So he doesn't have a lot of friends in the area. So it could also just be that these were the people that he picked and they don't really know him.
No, I think they're friends, like close enough friends. But the big thing was like their reaction to like him telling this. Like he was super excited and they was like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Like why are you doing this?
Well, I was wondering, were they really close friends? Because instead of bringing them when he was picking out his tux, he bought 3 of his student mentees. So that was kind of...
They probably was, I don't know. I ain't going to,
You didn't see that part.
So I'm going to preface this by I tried to watch this at 12 o'clock this morning.
Mm-hmm.
And I had been up since 5 a.m.
I'm not shading you by any means. I'm just saying you probably missed that part.
I definitely fell asleep during this episode.
Absolutely.
But I got you.
One of the things that stuck out on her wedding day was that on their wedding day, we don't see them get married.
Right,
we just see they're going to be the first couple.
Yeah.
Her dad did not come to the wedding because he didn't want to get COVID tested. Now I was like, not a COVID vaccine. Tested.
Not a game. Practice.
I was like, what?
Yeah.
But anywho,
was her dad older?
No clue. We don't see him.
Oh. Did she talk to him?
No. We saw her mom.
Yeah.
Her mom had apparently, she couldn't find her mom. Like she kept calling her mama's phone. Her mama's phone kept basically saying the caller you were trying to reach.
Yeah. Like her phone died, basically.
I don't know if it died dead spot or what, but she was like having a mini panic attack while she was getting her makeup done, and then her mama walked in the room. So she was like, I need at least one of my parents here.
Yeah.
And Shaquille, right before the wedding, his grandma walked in and they just had a crying fest.
Yeah, because the thing about Shaquille is his family was killed in a car wreck.
I don't think they died.
His family, no, they died.
They died?
Yeah.
They did die. I think the reason I'm saying maybe they did die is because of all of the pictures, but it was a whole bunch of pictures before.
Yeah.
Hand. Yeah, he said it was like him, his mom,
his brother, sister.
I know they all got thrown from the car. I missed a lot of that part of the episode. Not because I wasn't watching it, it was because Lily thinks that she only needs to talk to me when I'm doing something. If I'm just sitting here gazing into the ceiling, she doesn't talk to me. But as soon as I turned on the episode, she needed a million things from me.
Crazy part is he said he think he moved to Nashville not for the job, but for true love. And I was like, well, how long has he been in Nashville?
That I don't remember. But he worked at TSU, so.
And then also, I feel like he was like, he's not comfortable being alone or he's tired of being alone. But I feel like before you can be with somebody else, you should be comfortable with being by yourself, you know, or understanding what it's like to be with you, you know. Sounds crazy, but that's just my, take on that.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Who's your next one?
We doing predictions or no?
No.
Oh, okay.
Who's your next one? You ain't got nothing to predict. You ain't even met all these people yet.
I got 2.5 couples to predict.
Anyways, you ain't met all these people
Domynique and McKinley.
Domynique and McKinley. Domynique is 25. McKinley is 34. Can't remember what they call Domynique, but McKinley is an introverted dreamer. McKinley has only been living in Nashville for 5 months. He's from Flint, Michigan. He dropped out of school. He was like, everybody else in my family is wildly successful. They've all got master's degrees. I dropped out of school.
He dropped out of school, started a business in the cannabis industry.
But then moved to Tennessee.
Right.
I was like, you can't sell cannabis there.
Now, if he's just in the industry, but like not directly selling weed, or cannabis, I'm sorry, not directly like selling it, moving to Nashville was a bad move.
There is no like cannabis
it's
in Nashville.
All these red flags.
Not legal cannabis.
Right. It's all these red flags when it comes to McKinley. You're just moving here. You don't have your own place of stay.
Correct.
Because you're living with your friends, folks, who were excited that you're getting married.
They might be just excited that he getting out.
Maybe.
They have a 34-year-old man living in their house. Possibly times two, because I think the friends still live at home too.
That's possible. I don't know. But you have all these things and then you're trying to get married or you're getting married. What do you bring her home to? Like you make it through the 8 weeks. Then what?
I don't know. Domynique tells her friends about the process, and before she can even tell them that she's getting married, they're all talking about, man, you get married, he better not interrupt girls' night out. I was like, this not gonna work. This Virginia again.
Right. You concerned about
the wrong things.
Yeah, the absolute wrong thing.
So McKinley was telling us that his ex got engaged while they were dating. Like she video chats him, shows him the ring.
I thought that's what he said.
And was like,
what type of girl was he with?
He obviously wasn't her boyfriend.
Obviously, he was the side piece, and he didn't know it.
Back to Domynique. She says that she's basically self-proclaimed mommy's girl. Her mom is her best friend. She calls her mom multiple times a day. I can say nothing about that. I talk to my mama multiple times a day.
Yeah.
Her mom is actually the person that signed her up for Married at First Sight.
Now, that's interesting to me. And that was a red flag just because she said she ultimately chose to do this. But I feel like she was coerced.
I've been signed up for a dating situation.
But it wasn't being married.
Situation.
Yeah, it's completely different. She also said she picked the wrong guys.
Mm-hmm.
Like she would pick guys that, what her mama say, wasn't ready to be in a relationship or something like that.
She's 25.
Right. Right. Same thing I said. I was like, is she really ready to...
I've been looking my whole life. Like, what, 2 years?
Right. Settle down, you know. I just find that whole couple to be... They're either going to work really well or it's going to be...
the biggest explosion in train wreck.
They're going to be arrogant Virginia.
I wrote that her friend Jada is going to be a problem.
Which one was Jada?
Jada was the one that was like, he better not be interrupting girls' night. Like, he better be cool with us still going out and hanging out and all of those things.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all I wrote for them. Oh, at the bachelorette party, Domynique was chatting up the stripper after he took a shot out of her breast.
Oh, yeah.
And all the girls was like, don't give him your number. Don't give him your number. I was like, the fact that y'all are looking at this like she might give him her number.
They were saying that?
Mm-hmm. Like they were all standing together watching her talk to the stripper.
Yeah.
After he took the shot.
Did she
the
give
body
him?
shot off her. We didn't see her give a number, but you know, stuff like that can pop up.
Yeah.
8 or 10 episodes down the line.
Yeah, I just see them having issues. From him, freshly here, he's still in the dating period with the city.
Right.
You know?
Like, he's one of the people that you be like, can you tell me how to get to Antioch? If it's not the next city over, he'd be like, next neighborhood over, he'd be like, I don't know how to get over there.
Yeah.
Like, have you been here long enough to know where Cane Ridge is?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not, man.
How far does it take to get to Murfreesboro? He'd be
minutes.
like, Franklin? It's just, it don't seem like he...
I see you knowing.
I went to Nashville a lot.
You're funny.
Yeah, that's all I have for them. Who was the last couple that you had?
The next one, Nicole and
Christopher.
Chris.
Nicole is 32. Christopher is 36. She is serving the sass and he is Mr. Nice Guy. She grew up in Queens. She's Italian and Jewish. She
say, FBI?
Yeah.
Full-blooded Italian.
Yeah, that's what her mom is. And she said her mom would be like, don't make me go FBI on you.
Yeah.
She has a dog named Charlie. The little pig game she played with her dog is weird.
The puppets?
Yes.
Yeah. I was like, why is she doing this?
She was like, we talk to each other. It's like...
all right, do your thing, sweetheart.
There was this episode of Sex and the City. I know you don't watch the show, or you didn't watch the show.
I was say, still come on?
I have somewhere all the DVDs. But there was this episode...
We don't have a DVD
called...
player.
Yes, we do. Called Secret Single Behaviors.
Yeah.
These are things that you do in private as a single person living alone that your significant other don't necessarily need to know about.
What did you do? I guess I don't need to know about it.
Correct. That's one of her behaviors that don't nobody need to know about.
Yeah, she just told the world.
Right.
That she has a puppet show for her dog.
And he picks out a puppy. She says that she feels hopeful and she hasn't felt this way in a long time. I think she was also the one that was talking about giving her husband a safe word.
A safe word?
Yeah, like she talked too much.
Oh.
And so to get her to calm down and shut up, she was like, I'm going to give him a safe word. And it was pineapples.
Was it?
Yes. You know why I chuckled.
Yeah. Inside joke.
So Chris told his friends and they looked dumbfounded.
Her friends looked like extremely shocked. I think they were happy, but they just looked.
They have villainized the friend the husband for breaking up the group.
Mm-hmm.
And he ain't even did nothing yet.
Yeah.
I was like, goodness. They already projecting that y'all know y'all do too much together when you've already decided that this man gonna say y'all spend too much time together.
Mm-hmm.
Chris said that he's selfless, but he is horrible at picking partners. He also has a dog. I hope this is not a Newton attack Maya situation again.
Yeah.
Or a Maya attack Newton.
Well, she got a much bigger dog than Newton.
Didn't Justin?
I'm talking about Newton has a much bigger dog. I mean,
whatever. Yeah. And I think it was a scene with all the girls. Nicole said that she has not had sex since she moved to Nashville. That was at the beginning of the pandemic.
Yeah.
And so
she's an implant too.
Most of them, I think, are transplants.
Yeah.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, I couldn't look at the TV in the moment because there was another Lily needs to talk to me. 2 of the girls said that they were from Memphis.
Oh, yeah.
Then you have Shaquille from Flint. Nicole from... No, Shaquille's not from Flint.
McKinley's
from Flint. Shaquille is from somewhere else.
Yeah.
And Nicole's from Queens.
Yeah.
I don't know why I couldn't come up with her name when that used to be my name.
Yeah.
I don't know about the 2 of them. Chris has been a very forgettable character. I shouldn't say character because these are real people, but a forgettable person.
Yeah.
In this episode for me. But that's good in a lot of instances because what's their names? Jessica and Austin.
Mm-hmm.
Their season, I felt like they both kind of faded into the background, but they worked.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying it's negative that he's kind of fading into the background because there's a lot of mess going on around him that it's cool for him to fade into the background. Did you have anything to say about them?
Nah.
So the other couples, there is Clint and Gina. Gina's 35, Clint is 40. Gina is spontaneous, styling, and slaying, and Clint is seeking a first mate. So Clint sails boats, flies planes.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently he does this all over the world.
Yeah.
I don't know what he actually does for money.
Sail boats and fly planes.
Like, does he do this commercially? Like, I don't know what he does for money.
I'm pretty sure he does that for money.
Probably so, because usually if you learn how to fly a plane, you doing it like not just recreationally. That's an expensive hobby.
Yeah.
When he met up with his friends, he was telling all of them that he was getting married. He was saying that he was sailing somewhere, I believe, like in Italy or something, and he got that from his mom because she did the same thing or does the same thing. He did mention that he lived with an ex for 4 years. That showed him that he could be committed, but his ex broke up with him, basically saying, paraphrasing it as, she lost too much of herself in the relationship and she can't keep doing this. Gina told her folks over champagne. What we found out about her was that she is a hairstylist and she is about to open up a salon.
Okay.
Like got the location, starting to do the build out, trying to figure all that out.
Yeah.
She also has a dog and she's been told by men that she is intimidating. That's why I'm not married. Her mom was very concerned that the salon is going to take up too much of her time for a spouse. And she's going to have to navigate that. And I was like, well, I guess she'll have a lot of time while her husband's gone Sailing and flying.
I was gonna say that could possibly work until, once she gets up and running and, doing her thing, her husband, they can kind of figure out how to scale it back or up or scale it up just so, they can find the more important things with each other.
Right. But that's all I have for them. And then the last couple is Jasmine and Airris. Airris gives me a lot of concern.
Wow.
Let's start off. I'm not even going to read through these notes, tell you what started off for me with him. They were sitting down talking, all the guys together, and they were like, when before this experiment did you last have sex? He was like, I had sex the day before I found out I was getting married with somebody. He also is a...
She's not pregnant, is she?
His family was basically like, his cousin Felina said he ain't ready. Direct quote.
Why did he say he signed up for it?
I don't know. Let's go through my notes. So he's reformed and ready for love, allegedly. That's what his title is. And Jasmine is the queen without a king, because she's a pageant girl. So when Airris got his family together, they talked about him being picky. And apparently he got hurt by some girl when he was 28 years old and he never got over it.
How old is he now?
39.
Oh.
So he went savage mode at 28. And it's like, all right, I think I'm ready to be done with that part of my life. But I don't know if he's really ready to be done with that part of his life.
Right.
We found out that his dad was killed in 94. And it sounds like he got some daddy issues stemming from that. Like he feels abandoned.
Oh, yeah.
Not that his daddy could have done anything about that. He has his cousin Felina come in as like this is the person that knows me the best.
Yeah.
When he's sitting down talking to everybody. And she basically sounded like Justin's brother. She was like, he ain't ready. Don't do this. Like, that's what she said at the table.
Don't do this.
Don't do this. And I believe in the previews, like for their wedding episode, she was like, you don't have to do this, right?
Really? In front of the girl or behind the scenes?
Like, the wedding hadn't started yet, but you know how you're like standing there with your people before. Because everybody, like the only person that's like hidden is the bride.
Yeah.
Everybody else is just out here talking and mingling and things. And he's just standing in the hallway and she's standing there like, you don't have to do this.
She really against him. That should tell you something.
Jasmine got her family together for game night. And Aunt Pat, when she told Aunt Pat got up and did a little dance. Like she ran in place like it was, she caught the Holy Ghost.
Like the dude at church.
Similar. Aunt Pat also looked like she make a mean drink.
Oh, yeah.
Because Aunt Pat had her drink in a jar and she was sipping and talking crap. So Jasmine is a pageant girl. She's been Miss Virgin Islands. She's been Miss Tennessee a few times in different pageants.
Yeah.
And she is a cheerleading coach. She coaches girls 6 days a week. And she thinks that she's single because she doesn't make time for relationships. Aunt Pat was like, you are beautiful. You make your own money. You smart.
Just all the affirmations.
All of them. Like, who wouldn't want you, Jasmine?
Right.
She says that she's been in 2 long-term relationships. They both made it to 5 years and then they broke up. So Jasmine is 32. 10 of her years were with 2 guys. So she basically get these long-term relationships and then I don't want to do this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if she says it or if they say it.
If they say it, yeah.
But somebody's like, I don't really want to do this. But I also feel like, and I always feel like a mean person for saying this, but you get with somebody at 22, you not finna marry them. For the most of the time.
Sometimes it works out.
But most of the time you're not going to marry them.
Yeah. I was gonna ask, do they look compatible with each other?
They look like they would have found each other and dated each other.
I'm not talking about dating each other, but just from what you see, her mannerisms and his mannerisms.
He gonna be a problem.
Okay. So we got 2 problem kids here.
Who was the other problem kid? Domynique.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Jasmine has 4 dogs. She was like, every time.
Why does she have so many dogs?
She says every time she gets baby fever, she goes and gets a dog.
So she done got baby fever 4 times. Ain't that that's crazy cat lady?
This a lot.
She creeping up on crazy cat lady.
This a lot. And Airris, I told you about him saying the last time he had sex was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And we 2 weeks from getting married.
Yeah. That's interesting.
I'm going to tell you that they didn't disappoint with the crazy.
No, they did.
For the cast. I hate to say it that way. I'm still trying to figure out why they picked Domynique. What are your predictions from the 2.5 couples that you saw? Or not predictions, but how do you feel about the
well, I like
6 people you've met?
I like Shaquille and Kirsten.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is dependent upon how they interact with each other, because at this point I have not seen them interact with anybody but their folks. And that's just on me. Yeah,
I think that Kirsten is the wild card in their relationship. Yeah. I think that from the presentation, I think that Shaquille is going to be like, I'm going to try with whoever I get. And she but he bald though. And I kind of wanted to do
She didn't like the bald head.
Her friends specifically said, what if he bald? What you gonna do? And she said, I don't know if I want a bald-headed husband. Direct quote.
That doesn't have anything to do with anybody.
I don't understand why we have...
I don't understand why that's a thing, because some people can't grow hair.
Yeah, alopecia is real.
Or some people's hair grow in spots. They it happens.
Alopecia is real. So real.
I'm just saying, it's people's hair. I grew my hair out because a lot of my friends' hair stopped growing.
One of your friends' hair definitely stopped growing.
It's a couple.
No, but I'm saying one of them specifically that he showed me his hair recently. And I felt like Kevin Hart. When he took that, I was like, damn, wait a minute. Let that go. You was bald last week. What happened?
But it's I don't feel like that's a fair assessment. If a person is bald, a person is bald.
Right. And some people need to be left bald.
Right. They can have anything to do with anything, man. So, what else? Domynique and McKinley. I don't think they're gonna work out because one, Domynique is so young, and not young in the sense of age, but in the sense of I want to hang out and kick it with my girls. What dude say? I just want to go do hood rat things with my friends. That's what I look at or hear when I hear her talk. But then also McKinley is still trying to date the city, so he's still trying to figure out. I feel like he's still trying to figure out, is this it for me? And I don't feel like that type of commitment or marriage commitment is a good commitment to be in when you're still trying to figure out if this the city you want to stay in.
Mm-hmm.
He's not really established enough in the city because they make it out of the 8 weeks. He automatically has to move in with her, or they have to get their own place together.
They ain't going so.
Because they're not going to go to his friend's parents' house. You know, but
I don't know if I could even be that type of parent. Like,
and then
y'all 35. Like,
y'all need to figure something out.
Can y'all pool y'all resources together?
Y'all go get your own apartment.
That's what I'm talking about. Pool your resources together.
You don't need 2 bedrooms. Turn the living room to a bedroom. Turn the bedroom into a bedroom, and
y'all don't need a couch. It's cool.
Right.
Put up a little platform. Partition.
Right. Do what you got to do.
Figure it out.
Or go build a tiny home in the back, man.
Anywho.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have a couple that you definitely want to watch?
This Ariane guy.
Airris
guy and Jasmine.
That's my couple to figure out what the heck is going on. Also, I'm very interested in is it Clint and Gina, because they're both so busy with their actual lives.
Yeah.
I'm wondering how that's going to be to just like.
But I think that's
shut down for filming purposes.
Yeah.
Like, that's going to be stressful for both of them, especially because he was talking about how he had these trips planned, and you can't just leave during filming and go to Italy.
Right. So, yeah.
It's time for you to go back to sleep, son. Anywho. And if you guys haven't already, I can't even get it out.
Yeah, I see.
If you guys haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and comment down below which couple is the one that you want to watch. Oh, I think Tommy's going to finish this episode. Question mark?
I'm going to finish the episode.
He's going to finish this episode, and then we're going to try to watch After Party and do a review on just
we're supposed
After
to
Party.
Be doing like a deep dive into some situation. So
probably not for this episode.
Not for this episode.
Just for like doing something specifically for After Party, because After Party was also an hour long, and it took me 3.5 hours to watch this 2-hour episode. Trying to watch it while my family was awake.
It was an hour and 23 minutes. That's the funny part for me, right?
Yeah.
It's an hour and 23 minutes. And I made it to 2.5 couples. Anyway. But I appreciate you running it down for me. You know? Also, join us in the morning for our coffee break.
Oh, Saturday morning, yes.
Yeah. A lot of stuff has happened this week. And
I don't know about any of it.
And we're going to talk about it.
Tommy's going to talk about it. And I'm going to be like, what? That happened? Wow.
No, I think this season is going to be, it has the promises of being a pretty balanced season. Just because you have your people that's going to, you know, rock the boat a little bit. And then you got your people that's going to be like fairly straightforward. So I'm looking forward to it.
All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow if you watch this on Friday.
Yep.
Bye, y'all.
Peace.